Good afternoon. Welcome to Big Al's Eats. Today we're going to go through the process of making hot sauce. That's right, we've got jalapeno peppers and got some Cubanelle peppers. And I'll take you through the process of making really good hot sauce. It's not difficult to do. It's real easy. And I have went ahead and I've partially cleaned some of these peppers. I've cut the jalapenos in half and roughly took out some of the seeds, some of the veins. I got a little garbage bag here that I pulled some of the seeds and the veins out. But I'm going to go ahead and finish doing that. And like I say, I'm just going to roughly clean these up. As you can see, I'm just roughly cleaning these up. If you take the seeds and the veins out, that cuts down on the heat. But like I say, I'm just roughly cleaning these. I'm leaving vein in, I'm leaving some seeds. That's going to be fine. Then I'm going to slice an onion, and we're going to add that to the mix. And what we're going to do, we're going to saute this in a minute. And I've got these garlic cloves. I need to crush those and chop those. So we'll do that now. I just take a wide bladed knife and just smash them like that, spread it out, and give it a rough little chop. And I've got 4 cloves of garlic here, and I'm going to just go ahead and chop all those up and get those ready to go in with the rest of this. And then we're going to saute all of the peppers, the onions, and everything that goes with that. Just going to do a rough slice on this onion. This is a sweet Vidalia onion. We'll add all of that to the bowl over here, the garlic and all the onion. Now I'll slice up the other half of this onion. Next, I want to do a rough chop on the jalapeno peppers. You can stack them up on top of each other, like I say, just a rough chop. We're going to saute this and just until they're tender. Also got these Cubanelle peppers that are ripe. Just a rough chop. You don't have to be real fancy with it. You just want to chop it up in smaller pieces. Okay. I'll finish chopping these up and then we'll start the saute process. As you can see, I've got all the peppers chopped up, got the onion chopped up, got 4 cloves of garlic chopped roughly. All this is just chopped real rough, and I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of olive oil to this pan. And I'm doing all this outside. That's 1 tablespoon. That's about 2. Doing this outside on a Blackstone griddle. And the recipe that I'm using calls for 12 very ripe jalapenos. So I've got at least 12 or more. I think it was about 15 in there. Plus I'm using the Cubanelle peppers. And like I say, I did not remove all of the veins. I did not remove all of the stem stuff, the seeds. So I want to keep it as warm as possible because I am using those mild Cubanelles with it. And it calls also for 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Now what I'm doing, I'm doubling this recipe today. So that's about 3/4. I'm going to put a couple of those. And what I'm using coal smoked kosher salt. I coal smoked the salt with a big green egg, and all you're doing is just coal smoking it just to get the smoke infused in it. The salt turns from white to a gray color, and adds a tremendous amount of flavor to whatever you're cooking it in. And now I'm going to add some Cajun baked garlic blend. This will just offset the garlic that we have in there with some Cajun spice. This is a very good seasoning to use on any types of food that you like. And if you wanted to get you some Cajun baked seasoning, they have 3 flavors and 3 blends, no MSG, and they're low in sodium. So I'm going to put about half a teaspoon in there. And then I'll add all the peppers to that. Peppers, onions, and garlic. All right. And now we'll just stir this around and get it sauteed. We've got it sauteing nicely. What you want to do is saute this about 3 minutes, and then what we're going to do is add some water to it and let it cook down. Okay, now this has been sauteing for a good 3 minutes, and to this I'm going to add 4 cups of water, and I'll start with 2 cups, just pour it in. And now I'll add another 2 cups. That's the total of 4 cups of water, and you want to do this over high heat, and it's best to do this outside if possibly. You want to do it in a well-ventilated area because the odor and the smells of these jalapeno peppers will be, you'll wind up coughing if you're not in a ventilated area. I highly recommend doing this outside. And the smells right now, jalapenos aren't bad. I did this recipe a couple of weeks ago with some ghost peppers, and that was almost punishment. But these jalapenos are not anything like a ghost pepper. And I have de-seeded and de-veined roughly these jalapenos. So do this over high heat, bring it to a boil, and we want to let this cook about 20 minutes until all of the liquid has almost cooked out of it, and the peppers and onions are very tender to the taste, to the what we call fork tender, you know what I mean? So about 20 minutes we're going to let this come to a good boil and let it reduce down. We're almost there. This is about evaporated out. We're going to let it boil a few more minutes, and then we'll blend it all up and add some vinegar to this, and we'll have hot sauce. I've got those peppers reduced down. There's just a tiny bit of liquid left in there. So we're going to do a little bonus footage. What I'm going to do, and you didn't know about this, but you get 2 recipes in one. I'm cold smoking grits today, and got those on the big green egg, and I'll open it up and show you what we got going here. Got a container here, this aluminum pan, and I have quick grits in there. Those Quaker 5-minute quick grits. I've been smoking these for about an hour now, and we're just trying to get a gray color on it, and about every 20 minutes I stir this. And as you can see, I have a smoke generator back there, a smoking tube with hickory pellets in it. So we're getting smoke on these grits. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to cold smoke these peppers. I'm just going to put them on here and leave them for about a half hour, and we'll have smoked jalapeno peppers. We'll be back shortly. Stick with us. I've had the peppers on this green egg cold smoking for about a half hour now. Let's take them off and let's get this hot sauce made. All right, here we go. That smells so good. What I want to do now is try to get these peppers put in this food processor without spilling it everywhere. So I'm going to slowly add the peppers and the onions to this food processor. Then we're going to get it blended up, turn these peppers into a liquid, and then we're going to add some vinegar to it. So, got all that done. I need to find my lid right here. Put the lid on. And got the power on, and I just want to blend it slowly and turn it into a liquid. Alright, that's looking pretty good. What I want to do now is add the vinegar to it. And with this recipe, I've doubled the recipe. So I'm going to add 2 cups of vinegar. I'm going to add it, I'm going to cut the food processor on, and I'm going to have it just where it kind of stirs it, and then I'm going to add it to it while it's running. So we just barely got it going there, and I'm adding 2 cups of vinegar. There you have it. This is basically the hot sauce now. We do have to strain it, and I'm going to show you that in just a second. So we're just going to let this run and blend for 30, 45 seconds, and then we'll come back and strain this out and get ready to bottle it. Got it all blended up, it's ready to go. I need to strain it now, so I've got a little strainer here, and I'm probably going to strain it a couple times, but I'm just going to pour a little of the hot sauce in here. It's a beautiful color too. Nice orange color. I've made this before. I may have mentioned it, and it tastes like tomato basil soup. It was so good. So I've still got the pepper pulp in here, so I'm just having to strain it out, and it'll take a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and finish straining this, and move it to a different container and strain it one more time, and then we'll come back and bottle. I've got it all strained up. It's ready to go. This is actually hot sauce now, and what I'm going to do is give it a little taste test to see if we need to add any more salt or whatever, and it should be pretty good. I added extra salt to start with, and it called for 2 tablespoons, I believe, but let me taste this and see what we got. Oh, that's very good. Very good. It's got a little bit of warmth to it, not a whole lot. That's what makes it good. You know, I could put it this way. I could do shots of this. It's that good. But I'm going to go ahead and bottle it. And the thing to do is after you bottle it, put it in the refrigerator and let it age for at least 12 days. I usually go about 14, but like I say, you can eat it now, but it's going to improve with age. So I got a couple of little sample bottles here that I want to put a little in. There we go. Do another little sample bottle. I got a couple people that I want to share this with, so you know, I've got these little small sample bottles. We'll set that to the side right there. And I use these Grolsch, they're old beer bottles, Grolsch bottles. These work good for hot sauce. So let me pour this up. This one's going to be for me here at home. Looks like I'll be able to get a few more sample bottles bottled up, and have some to pass out to the neighbors. That's going to be good, y'all. Thank you for joining me, and I appreciate it. Leave me a comment, you know, if you got a little something out of this. And what I'm going to do at the end of this video, I'll show you the recipe. I'll do a snapshot of it and add it to the end of the video. That way you'll be able to make this. And you can make this with any kind of peppers you like. Any kind. I've done it with ghost peppers, jalapeno peppers, habanero, and you can add fruit to it if you like. And I've got a video out where I did smoked mango with some chocolate ghost pepper hot sauce. So again, thank you for joining me. Hope you got something out of this. And when I do this recipe, like I said earlier, I doubled it. And So when you see the recipe at the end of this video, you'll know that is just one recipe. What I did to it was double it. Get out there and make you some hot sauce. You can make it as hot or as mild as you like, and you'll be surprised how easy it is. This whole process probably took about an hour and a half. And the longest part of this was actually cooking those peppers down for that 20 minutes. And I actually cooked those peppers down probably about 40 minutes, 45 minutes. So that took the most time, but the rest of this just goes real quick. So from Big Al's Eats, don't forget to like and share this page. Invite your friends to watch it, and get out there and make you something good to eat. You'll love it.